thought I'd do a little video about the Olympic rivets. We always talk about Olympic rivets on the show, and they're different than pop rivets. The reason Airstreamers like to use Olympic rivets is they have superior holding power, for one thing, and then they can also be shaved to look like a buck rivet, which is what our trailers are put together with. This is the Rivet Shaver. It's goes on your drill. I'll show this later in the video. This part goes around the rivet once it's installed on the trailer, and there's little blades in here that push down against the rivet and shave the rivet to a nice curved, smooth finish. And that's used on the Olympic rivets. So this is the shaver tool, and here's a standard pop rivet, a little big one, but it just goes in and it kind of mushrooms out when you retract the mandrel. This is a Olympic rivet, and if you look close you can see it has like 3 separated little tabs that kind of fan out behind the wall when you pull the mandrel and give it a good secure connection, kind of like a drywall anchor might. So I'm going to go ahead and install these on this little sample piece of aluminum here so you can see what they look like. Okay, so here's the pop rivet installed. So you can see it just kind of mushrooms out a little bit on the back. These are of course called blind rivets because you can't see the back typically. But you know, there's a typical, there's a little hole there. This is a larger one. This might even be a steel rivet. It's pretty hard to do. So here's the Olympic rivet loaded up here. Kind of hard to do it with 2 hands, so I'll be right back. So here's the rivet partly done. It's not secured all the way, but you can see how it's fanning out, kind of like a drywall anchor might, as it pulls it tight. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. See how it's pulling it. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, here's the completed Olympic rivet. It's kind of fanned out, bigger surface area, makes for a stronger connection, and you can see it looks a lot different than a pop rivet. It leaves this little mandrel here. So what you do is you take some side cutters, you cut that flush, the mandrel flush with the top, and then you'll be using the Rivet Shaver to smooth it out. So I'll show that in the next part of the video. But basically, those are the 2 types of blind rivets that you'll see in an Airstream. Pop rivet there, and the Olympic rivet, which we talked about quite a bit actually. So, alright. Okay, I'm going to use the Olympic rivets to attach a patch that I created for this crack in the belly pin. I did drill 2 holes on the ends of the crack to stop it from growing. Here's the equipment I used, some shears, metal shears, and of course the aluminum to build this 7-inch patch, pre-drilled and ready to go. Here it is started mounting, and the Volcom behind it, and here they are already attached. Okay, I look for Olympic videos for shaving Olympic rivets rather, and I haven't seen very many, so I thought I'd film one. These are of course Olympic rivets. This is the shaver tool that you use to shave them so they are smooth like the trailer rivets. After you put them in, you use some dikes and you cut them flush like that, and it leaves a little end of the mandrel there. So the next thing you do is you take the drill with the Olympic shaver and you put it over the rivet, and it actually pushes in and out like this. So what you do is you hold it on there with this hand, and then you start the drill, and then you push the drill in, and it'll start shaving the rivet. So if you look, get close, you can see that the rivet is nicely shaved. Okay, here's a follow-up closer view of the rivet. So here's after you install the Olympic rivet, and here's after it's shaved with the shaver tool. So it looks very similar. These are the buck rivets that are on the trailer. So it looks very similar, and these are good for patches, trim pieces, you know, just small stuff, not for doing panels, certainly not. But they look nice, and they compare to the original rivets. So, all right, I'm gonna go back and finish up. Here's a close-up picture of the rivets. You can see it shaved and not shaved, so you can compare them. And then here's the final patch. Appreciate you watching the video. Be sure and check us out at thevap.com. It's a podcast for Airstream restoration. Thanks for watching.